Do you know what? Whatever your troubles, get outside and put one foot in front of the other. I was going to die in a hospital bed, so falling off the side of a mountain doesn't sound as bad. Some people might watch this and go, dude, you're so unprepared. And to you I would say, holy damn, you come around the corner. Oh, that's good again. This is my kind of hill walking. So that right there is called Blencathra. And that ridge is super steep and apparently the most techie walk in the lakes. So that is where I'm heading in the morning. I'm awake. It is just 11 minutes past 5. I actually woke up about 4:45. This is an A road, far too many lorries going. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Not the best place to sleep, but hey ho. We're awake. Oh, the weather doesn't look great. I kind of don't want to do it. But we're going to do it. It's going to happen. And we're off. It's just gone 5:30. I literally, as I press record, felt a few little spots of rain on me. So hopefully it's not going to start raining anytime soon. Like I say, this morning we are heading up Blencathra, which is a technical climb. Supposed to be the toughest in the lakes, in that sense at least. Not sure how long it's going to take. We are not moving fast today. Not feeling too bad, not feeling too achy or anything. Didn't sleep great, but actually I feel relatively rested. Just going to pace myself today. Not got the poles. I've got some gloves for when it gets sort of scrambly. I have no idea how much I'm going to be able to film. I have no idea what I'm carrying into this morning. But like I say, I'm going to try and just take a nice chill approach. I'm starting off quite warm with all the stuff that I'm wearing in anticipation that it's going to get hot and then it's going to get cold and windy again at the top. So yeah, just chilling up there this morning, quite possibly the first person on the hill. As I say, with me, my issue has been my lungs. And as a result of my lungs, well, I must have, I've had a lot of issues, but my lungs mainly, you know, when it comes to stuff like this, my stomach sure plays a part, but let's just put that aside for now. And just say, yeah, lungs-wise, you know, literally getting air in and out, in and out, in and out. So much more difficult for me, unbelievably more difficult over my life as well, even more so. So like 4 years ago, got some new, they're not actually antibiotics, it's just new medication. And it works on an osmosis kind of style where it helps to regulate the fluid content in the cell. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. What I'm saying is this. Since that, I've been able to keep my lungs clear as a result of them being clear and not loads of crap inside. You know, like when you got a cough, cold, loads of snot in your nose. Imagine that, 100 times worse in your lungs, right? So, like yesterday when I was on the walk with my brother, he's been with me previously where my heart rate goes up, my breathing goes up, I start coughing straight away, and then I can't get out of that coughing fit. It's like a giggle loop, you know, the giggle makes you giggle, where the cough makes you cough. And so getting out of that is almost impossible, and you end up coughing your guts up and throwing up and headaches, and your whole day is ruined, your back strained, which is one of the reasons why I have such a terrible back and neck right now. But yeah, the great thing is now I can actually breathe without having to cough just from that natural eruption in my lungs. And my whole body over the 40 plus years I've been alive has essentially adapted to stop those lungs from erupting, like solidified to stop that from happening. So now one of the big issues is obviously trying to get my air in and out, get my lungs to contract and expand, all the things that are supposed to be more elastic and give, well, they're not elastic and they don't give. So I really have a hard time. And then with the back brace, which I didn't wear when I was training with the boys, I just wanted to see how I got on. My neck was, I feel like a little bit too much was in my upper body. But then yesterday I wore it again. So that's good, but it just makes it more difficult to breathe. So that's why today my goal is, I've got no dog, no brother, no boys to train. Boys, some of them are older than me. but it's all about just getting in the steps, getting in the miles, you know, versus today trying to push it like it has been. It's today, versus the past 2 days trying to push it. Today is just literally moving the body, but across some pretty gnarly terrain. So you could just about see that there. That's where we're heading, up along that spike spine. Brain's already gone, up into the clouds. So yeah, that's the plan for today. And that's the reason, sorry, terrible camera work. I'm gonna get gimbal at some point. My brother's like, oh, I've got this I can lend you. I've got that I can lend you. We've got all these things, all this kit. He's got a very good job and they have money. I'm the opposite. I've been clinging on for dear life, but they have been very, very good to me. My brother and sister-in-law over the years, which enables me to do stuff like this, you know. So I guess now, I mean, obviously my job, let's say, nowadays, simply to stay at the hospital, cost the NHS less, you know. If that's the thing, if that's a job, that's what I do. So I stay out of cities, I stay out of trains and buses, I stay away from the people coughing and sneezing, and I just get out into nature and I try and exist in a healthy way, in a wholesome way, as often as possible. And when I can't do that, well, I just lock myself indoors. But more and more recently I've been doing, oh sorry, this is quite techie, trying to talk at the same time isn't easy. More and more recently I've been doing these walks and I've been feeling a lot better for it. Weirdly, my back seems to hurt more sitting down. I feel like a lot of my pain comes from anxiety as well, from like, oh, I'm not who I used to be, or I can't do what I used to do. And I don't feel like that's exclusive to me. I feel like that's very much a guy thing as you get older. I've just spotted the next bit I've got to get up. And I've also just spotted that I've got on 2x zoom, so that'll be interesting to see if any of that came out. But yeah, getting out and about and just moving versus being stressed that I'm sat indoors and that I haven't got a job and that I'm not contributing to society. Not only am I not contributing, but I'm actually taking, oh, I hate it. But doing this, you know, it makes me feel like I'm doing something. Oh, okay, it doesn't go up there. It goes through there, I believe. Looks like I was wrong. I'm gonna go back through this bit. Obviously, this definitely looks like a path. But now just checking the Strava, it's saying I've come off of it and we want to go up the other way. So that techie climb is part of it. So let's give it a go. So for sure it was right. This is smooth. This is well, not what you want to grab, but all of this is difficult to, you know, I mean, I'm a decent climber, relatively speaking, but it's kind of sketchy, you know. I would not want to be doing this if I've never legit climbed before. As I say, this is not grippy stuff. You can see where it's been weathered away, and you can see not a lot of people use it. There's a bit more of a path there, which I think I'll take. But yeah, trying to film and trying to do this, oh, you can see a few steps carved in there. I feel like that's going to be pretty tricky today. I mean, yes, I'm taking it slower, but you can probably hear the wind as well. The wind is definitely kicking up a bit of a fuss. And I'm only at the bottom of the hill. So, God, trying to find the way. I'm glad I didn't do this in the dark. My goodness. And I'm glad I decided to put my grippy Saucony's on over my comfortable Vivo bare feet. Right, we are on the right track. So that was not the right track. This is the right track. And I guess that's actually a nice little qualifier. And if you've ever done downhill mountain biking, you'll know about these. So you have a thing, say you're doing a red route, which is the top grade I've ever done. And it'll have the little thing straight off the bat, like a jump or a drop or something, where it's like gives you an idea of what's coming next, that little qualifier. If you can do this, you qualify for the rest. If this little section scares you, this ain't for you. So that little bit back there is kind of the perfect qualifier for what's to come, I would imagine. Never done it. But that little bit, if that's anything to go by, then it's going to be a slow, techie ascent with a few slips, probably. So like I was saying, extremely zoomed in version of me was saying, I feel like a lot of guys, you know, more and more now are going to be losing jobs. Unfortunately, people are just left, right and centre. And obviously I can't speak on being a woman and what it's like, but especially as a man, you are kind of functional, you know? Like you have to have uses in society and you have to contribute and do these things. At least that's what I believe. And yeah, being a generative man, like mate Shaman says, plop him anywhere in the world and then leave it better than he finds it. And so for me, I used to be a businessman, used to have studios, used to have teachers that worked for me. I wrote teaching material, used to build studios, all these, did I say build studios? Build lots of studios. Done lots of stuff, very tired, brain no work. But now I just find myself sitting around a lot, feeling useless a lot. And I feel potentially like a lot of my pain then has come from that. Because obviously pain's in the brain, pain doesn't exist in the body. If you know anything about pain, you can get pain in a hand that is no longer attached. And so my brain has learnt pain over the years, it's learnt suffering, it has learnt to cling on for dear life. Not just once, not just twice, but basically every day. So now I just have to keep moving. I just have to keep moving. Because it's never done. Do you know what I mean? It's never finished, it's never over until it actually is over. Which it almost has been several times. But yeah, man. I have a tattoo on this arm that says, don't give up the fight. Tattoo on this arm that says, failure is not an option. One on this bicep that says, you miss 100% of the shots you never take. And one on this bicep that says, there are no mistakes, only lessons. I've made so many lessons in my life. I'm not sure I've learnt them, I've made them. And I'm still making lessons every day. But yeah, do you know what? Whatever your troubles, get outside and put one foot in front of the other. And feel them just melt away. You'll get other ones. You'll get blisters. You'll get funky toenails. You replace them with other issues, but trust me, those issues are better. As my brother discovered yesterday, navigating in these kind of places is really not easy. The paths aren't signposted at all, they are literally just tow paths that you can decide to take. Some of them don't look like paths at all, it's just a clump of rocks you've got to make your way through. But now I'm second guessing whether or not I am on the right path. I mean, lovely views, it's like about 6 a.m. This is what the 6 a.m. Lake District looks like. Some birds tweeting up there somewhere. Beautiful, I mean, it's a nice way to start the day, but I still might be on the wrong path. If I don't find this path on the right hand side soon, I'm just going to make my way straight up. Because it is supposed to be a ridgeline walk at the end of the day. I can't see any paths that look like they go up that way. So another minute or two And then we just turn right. So just like with Helvellyn, somehow I missed the path. So I'm now just going up. There's Blencathra, Cathra is up that way. Sort out camera work, can't I? So yeah, I'm just heading up in that way direction. I can't believe how easy it is to miss paths when you've got no GPS. It's all just guesswork at that point. Okay. It looks like some kind of a indentation in the landscape, so let's just say this is the path. Let's say I found it. Yay me, well done. Needle in the haystack, nailed it. Let's go with that. So yeah, nothing crazy today, just a pace at which I can keep a steady conversation like this. Obviously a conversation very one-sided, the kind I have with the Duke. Hence, ramblings of a madman. Because who talks to themselves but a madman? Genius, obviously. But definitely a little bit mad. Oh. Okay, path's gone. It's choose your own adventure time again. We're going to go up and left. Yeah. It's so windy, so it's chilly, but at the same time, it's really warm. You're walking up a hill. To be honest, this does look like a ridgeline path. It looks very underused, but it does look like a ridgeline path. So we could be in the right place and obviously see later with a good signal as to where we've been. I feel like an ibex just perched on the side of a cliff. Oh, it's not quite that steep, but pretty damn steep. I mean, you know, that's human view, that's what's straight in front of me. That's zoomed out a bit. But it's pretty much bear crawling like Helvellyn across this kind of stuff to start with. So, onwards we go. I've said it before, I'll say it again. These shoes are amazing. So grippy. I mean, it would have been good to get poles, but I thought it was going to be more rocky, more hands-on. But poles are ideal here. Let's see if I can pick up a path somewhere. Again, because it's gone. Path keeps disappearing. So it gives me a lot of confidence to know that I can do this under my own steam. Not have to rely on ropes or harnesses or people, any kind of mechanics, any assist whatsoever. I can just see the big hill. I have the ability to walk up it or crawl up it. Because over the years, I've been very stubborn, which can be a good thing in this circumstance. I refuse to die, and so my body is extremely well conditioned for punishment. One might say I'm a glutton for it. Definitely a bit mad. Oh. Have a little break here for a sec. Have some sweeties. Now, years ago, I also wouldn't have been able to bend my leg like this. My knees are having none of it. And I've worked on those as well over the years. And my ankles and everything else. But yeah, it's nice now I can bend my leg. I don't get cramp in my hamstrings anymore. It's crazy cramp in my hamstring. My biomechanics are all wrong as a result of trying to keep all of this as my body thought it needed to be, kind of protect it all, you know? So the rest of me just took the hits, all the hits, compensated to the end of the green until you can't compensate anymore and you physically just can't move, can't breathe in and out, just confined to a chair, you know, in a room for weeks and months on end. So it's nice to be out here doing this. We're not going to dilly-dally. Oi! Check me out. I found the path. Oh. Yay me, hey. Well done. This is so much easier on the path. Can you hear the wind picking up? This is where I need to get a microphone. Do you know what? If you're not a fan of heights, going up that bit, it's quite anxiety inducing. I'm cool with heights, and like I say, covered in my feet, good climber. But even me, with that sort of mental credential, if you like, I'm still, every now and again, you get hit. Oh crap, I'm up the side of a hill. And like my brother said yesterday, if it gets too sketchy, at what point do you bail? And sometimes coming down is harder than seeing it through to the top. So if you're not a fan of heights, definitely don't do that. But I actually quite like the challenge. To me, I was going to die in a hospital bed, so falling off the side of a mountain doesn't sound as bad. Dark as that may be, I realise. But if you face those prospects, doing something like this and meeting your demise isn't really a demise. It's going out on a high note. Check out the wind! It's so blowy! But yeah, rugged landscapes. Love it. So this is why I made the decision for no poles, because it can actually be more tricky on this. The pole will hit that, slip off. You can see that's a crampon mark there. Still keeping a nice relaxed pace. Yeah, as you can hear, I can still talk. I'm not overly efforting. Just trying to stay chill. Just keep moving. Just gently put one foot in front of the other. Sorry, just oh, my brain. It's kind of nice though, do you know? Your brain just switches off. Like I was thinking, some people might watch this and go, dude, you're so unprepared. And to you, I would say, it would appear that way. But for me, I prepare my kit and I prepare myself to know that I don't know what's coming up. It's going to be an adventure. It's going to take me by surprise, catch me off guard in places, challenge me, trip me up several times yesterday. And I'm going to have to deal with it. I have to figure it out. That's by preparing this. Preparing every little step, every little turn. Life just doesn't work like that sometimes. Sometimes there's a roadblock. Sometimes you just can't get by, so you have to adapt and overcome, as Bear Grylls would say. So that's kind of how I roll. Sort of a prepared unpreparedness. It's working for me so far. Holy damn, you come around the corner. Oh, that's where we're going. So windy. That's the other little ridge in the middle that's possible to walk down. Sorry, the camera's so shaky because of the wind. But yeah, we're continuing up that way. Feeling really good so far. Just thinking how catchy. I'm starting to enjoy walking up hills. Who am I becoming? Old me would look at me, no, not old me, younger me would look at me now and go, "Mate, sorry, what? You like hills?" I don't know, man. Maybe I do. I just kind of, what I do, so I got my headphones on, helps me. I get in time with the music and I just step and I stomp and it just, something about the rhythm. Something about rhythm, full stop, across the board. Across the board. Running, dancing, musicianing, anything like that. Just that timing, that rhythm. Does something to the body, does something to the mind. It's hypnotic, takes you away. Check us out now. Woo-hoo-hoo. Those gusts, let's go this way. One trip or slip and you could be down there, and trust me, that is some terrible camera work. Trust me, that is a long way down. Just a few meters down from the fog now. You can see it all rolling in. I'm on the windy side of the hill. All of this stuff just back there was like 2 hands, 2 feet, 3 points of contact kind of stuff. Nothing technically difficult as far as climbing goes, just too difficult to film and use my hands and be safe. So, see, I'm mad. I'm not a complete idiot. And we have hit the fog. My fingertips are freezing. Oh, look at the view. That's a beautiful view. Well worth walking all this way up for. So windy, but fun. Get a little bit of a break from the wind on this side of the hill, but this is so cool. We're wearing these fingerless gloves, tearing into my hands apart, but it's all good. Just got to keep moving slowly and steadily. We'll be at the top in no time. It's really not far. You obviously can't see it. I think it's just up there and a little bit back, but obviously all the fog just makes it blurry. Terrible cinematography, mate. Terrible. Oh no. We're learning. We'll get there. We'll have a whole drone set up. We'll have film crew dotted around. It'll be a whole deal. But for now, just little old me on me onesie. Just trying to make sure I don't fall off the edge of the hill. Can't wait to get down and have some breakfast. I'm actually hungry now. Can't eat a meal before something like this. I tend not to eat a lot on long walking days or tougher walking days. Just feel sick. Feel sick a lot. That's been something else actually over the years. My belly, ooh, my belly has been all sorts of wrong. And right now it is encased in a back brace, which makes it much harder to breathe. Can you see where we were? Nope. Onwards. I've deemed it safe enough to get the camera out for this bit because we only need one hand, but it doesn't mean that it's not very precarious. Now I understand why it says it was the most techie and tricky in the lakes. This is definitely techie and tricky. Definitely. Oh. But that wind blows. It really blows. I almost fell backwards. It blew. I leaned to balance and it just stopped. Don't stop. So we're very nearly the top now, which is nice. It's just up there. So it's been a nice fun climb as it goes. Like I said, I picked it specifically to be techie. Not move particularly fast on it. Just have an enjoyable, shorter up, let's say. And then I can drive home with energy. Like I said, trip never full, but walking and talking to the camera with this wind is pretty challenging. Just helps to put two fingers down as a support on this kind of stuff. This could well be the top. I might be wrong. There might be more of a top behind it. If there is, I don't think it's far away. Because all of a sudden, there's light. What is this? This looks like it's the summit of Blencathra. So, let's do a little round the world. Check it out, the view. I mean, this was so worth the walk. Just a little selfie. Yeah, so this is the top, indeed. We're heading this way down. No idea where the path is. I just know there's a path this way that I was going to take this morning. So I'm not sure if it was the same kind of up as I just upped, or if a bit more chill. I think this way's a little bit more chill versus like proper climbing. But we'll see. Yeah, unfortunately the view's not great. I was obviously up here in too early, but I didn't come up here for the view. Past couple of days I've had lovely views, lovely sunshine. I'm actually quite glad for the cloud cover. Probably a bit bad on the face. It's definitely a little bit bad. Tiny. It's actually quite refreshing. Nice change of pace for the past few days. really fun path. Very different to yesterday's path. And very different to that path that I was just on. It's a great workout for the knees, this is. This is how I'm now able to bend my legs when I previously couldn't. Because I've just worked on them. I insist, no, I will not accept it. I will bend my legs. It takes years and so much determination. Oh, makes me emotional just thinking about all that I put into it. It's only pain, it doesn't hurt. It's only pain, it doesn't hurt. Whoa, the amount of years I've spent telling myself that. But now look at me go. Now look at me go. And you're the only person who ever doubted me. The only person who ever doubted me was me. Far too many times. Far too many times I've doubted myself. What was I thinking, eh? Look at me. Bloody amazing. Ah! Yes, mate. That's some great work, man. Well done. Well done. Do you want to see the view? It's wonderful, isn't it? I mean, just check it. Nothing but blur. I don't know why, but I find jogging downhill so exhilarating. It's not even a real jog, it's like I say, I call it a jiggle. If there's anything in your pockets, if you've got love handles, it'll jiggle. I struggle running normally, my back cramps up. It does here as well, which is why I'm not going that fast. I'm not doing big bounds. It's more ankle rolls, you know? Sometimes ankle rolls as well. Ow. But yeah, that little gravity assist, you know? It's gravity wants to take you down and you just kind of put the brakes on a bit rather than having to push. So I can't run up hills at all. I can, you know, walk up hills is the extent of my ability. Well, I guess climb up hills a little bit, but yeah, that little run downhill, something about it. I've always loved it. It's like doing, ba 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 ba, doing, doing, ba 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 ba. Mario. Maybe that's what it is from my childhood. But it really appeals to me. I love it. Just dropped below the cloud cover. You can see it just there beside me. So now we can see the ground again. Hey. We're actually not far away from being down. It's been a little, just a quick little up and down this morning actually. So as I say, I think it's 8:57, 8:50 something, as far as the height of that one. I'm hungry now. I mean, I don't stop for breaks. Nothing like a proper stop, sit down, have a sandwich, have a drink. And it's still been pretty quick, you know. Still been pretty quick, even though I've really tried to keep it slow for me. And try to consciously think, don't push it, just move, just put one foot in front of the other, just have an easy day, you know. But I struggle with that concept, because like I say, my whole life, I've been battling death on the daily. So when I fight for my bloody life. I don't do things half-assed. If I did, I wouldn't still be here, so. No, I'm really proud of myself today, because I said to myself, all right, mate, it's not about trying to compete with others or even trying to be or do anything like your old self. Now we just got to see what's possible. You know, you've been battered and kicked and just absolutely knocked from pillar to post on the inside. That's the thing, on the inside. It's not visible. And I've been battered and bruised and kicked around my whole life, literally since I was a fetus. So it's not about trying to be a top pro athlete who does a marathon sub 2 hours. No. This is a very different thing. This is a... You've been to the brink and back several times and you're still moving. What's possible? What's possible for such a broken body? What's possible for such a mind? Has it still got enough in it to keep overcoming? Or is it exhausted? Now go back a couple of years, I'd say I was done. I'm exhausted, I'm ready to tap out. You know, or at least tag someone else in. But that's not possible in life. As we know, we only get one. It is ours and ours alone. We cannot eat for anyone else. We cannot sleep for anyone else. We cannot lift their weights or carry their cross. We have only our own to deal with. And for many years, I have not wanted to deal with my own. And finally, I feel like it's possible. Finally, I feel like I have the ability to do it. As I say, I've been testing myself, see what's possible. And day after day, I've been waking up and going, I don't want to do it. But it's possible. You can do it. You can do it. So you might not want to, but you're going to get your ass up. You're going to get your shoes on and you're going to bloody do it because that's what you said you're going to do. So here I am, holding myself accountable. And I think the reason why I've continued to do that, over the years I've had this real intense feeling, let's say, that I have been given my trials and tribulations to overcome in order to learn all that I learned and still have to learn, to help others overcome really, really tough situations of their own. And the only way I can do that is supporting people, empathizing and saying, look man, I know what you've been through. I know, I've been there. It's hard. It's real hard. But don't give up, yeah? Keep moving. Keep smiling. Cry if you need, moan if you must. But don't you dare quit, you magnificent sort of stuff I tell myself. And that sort of attitude I tell myself those things. Gotta keep going, man. Gotta keep moving. So all those years in hospital, I gotta push through. Got a job to do. I've got to overcome this so I can help other people overcome their issues. Somehow, some way in the future. I don't know where, don't know when. Don't know. I just had this feeling. You're doing all of this so that you can help others. And I'm not even a very nice person. But I have this thing like, you've got to teach, man. You're here to teach. You're here to learn by playing around, messing around, just doing what you love to do, what I've been imbued with, my skills, my love, my curiosity, my passion for these things. I've got skills, I've got gifts, got a great brain. It's turned on me a lot over the years, but it's a great brain. And if I use it for good and to my betterment, set future self up for success, etc., then I know I can do it. I know I can do it. So all of the things that I've been given to overcome, I've also been given the seeds of equivalent benefit, as they say, the ability to overcome it if I can tap into my best self, integrate the shadow and all that, like we were doing yesterday. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm here to teach. I'm here to lead by example. Sometimes that is a terrible example, and don't do it like I do it. Learn from my lessons. And I've just had that feeling always, and I do think I'm a good teacher and I'm a very good leader. It's because I make myself do stuff like this. I make myself do the tough thing, make myself get up, get out, get on with it. Yes, you've got excuses why you can't or shouldn't or whatever. There are no excuses, only reasons. Get up, get out, get on with it. Drag yourself kicking and screaming if you have to. Obviously, you've got to be kind to yourself. But sometimes being kind to yourself is dragging yourself kicking and screaming, you know. Short term, you might go, oh, but you're upset dragging yourself kicking and screaming. It's not the right thing to do. Yes, yes it is. Long term, yes it is. In the here and the now, it sucks. But long term, it is the right thing to do. Short term pain, long term gain. If you opt out of every uncomfortable or slightly tricky situation, the moment you come upon it, oh my days, you're not going to last very long and you're going to struggle with everything. Opt into the struggle. Opt into the temporary pain. Opt in for the obstacles. Train hard so that you can fight easy when the time comes. I mean, all of these things sound great in theory, but what it means is you get your ass up before the sun's up. On an empty stomach, you get your ass up a mountain. Fingers freezing, like this hand now from holding the tripod. These fingers are freezing. It's just life, man. It won't kill me. You know, it's just a bit of temporary discomfort and pain. It will pass. I'll get back to the car. I'll warm up. I'll feel great later on. I'll be so proud of myself. You guys watching this may be proud of me too. Drop a little like if you are. Comment and say, yeah, man, I'm super proud of you. Well done. But I don't do it for the credit. I don't do it for the acclaim. I don't do it for the recognition. Been very reluctant to make videos for a long time based on these kind of thoughts and stuff, experiences, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to be like I'm preaching, you know, but I guess this isn't preaching. I'm not saying you should do it and I don't have to. This is just demonstrating and maybe narrating as I go along. But yeah, please don't think I'm preaching, trying to be righteous, telling you to get out or get up, get out, get on with it. I am not telling you to do anything I am not making myself do already. And I'm only saying it because I know how much benefit you do get from it. Every now and again, and only every now and again, I do regret a walk. And that's usually a shorter walk. And that's usually because the dog's been looking at me going, come on, let's go. So everything inside me says, no, mate, you need to rest. You need to do nothing. You need to sit still. But I drag myself up and I go, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But that's rare. That is rare. For the most part, when I drag myself up, I go, well done, mate. Well done. You did the right thing there. No idea if any of this is coming out on video. I'm just chatting to a circle. Again, this is why we call it Ramblings of a Madman. Nice little bit of spongy. I love a bit of spongy. Thought I'd just take the most direct route down to the path rather than going around the houses. At this point, I can't be bothered to keep on the shaly path. And this spongy is actually super nice for the feet and for the knees. And it will work out a little bit quicker, just cutting that little corner off. I'm not 100% sure where I parked. I think I'm down that direction, but we'll soon see. So it's funny, yesterday I was chatting with Gemini, like, oh, you know, where's the best place to park and leave from if I'm going to do Blencathra? And it said Scales. Scales is a good place. There's some lay-bys. You can park up opposite the White Horse Inn, but be conscious that it gets super busy by 8:30. And I was just thinking, oh, I've not even seen anyone on the hill today. Just looked at the time, it's only 20 past 8. Up and down very much before the early morning rush. So, yeah, hardly surprising I haven't seen anyone on the hill so far, because no one in their right mind would have started when I did. Morning. So I avoid walking on this kind of stuff because it's actually super slippy. So I try and stick to the grassy bit on the edge. But yeah, that I can imagine, you take one step and you're gone. So it's actually slightly easier to be on the edge of the hill, I think, personally. I might be wrong. Come at me in the comments if you disagree. Just to demonstrate what I mean, I'm having to use the fence to hold on to here, which is why it's all ripped apart. This is why this stuff is gnarly and you don't want to be on it. And using the fence is not a good idea. A, because it's not very strong. You can see it's already wobbly, but you can see all the people that have pulled the stuff out. Unfortunately, to get down this bit without completely skidding on your bum, you just need to be very, very cautious. Like I say, I prefer that ground, but just to demonstrate this kind of terrain, here we go. You can see just how much it gives. So I really don't like these kind of paths for the downs. These are some of, there you go, the most dangerous paths you can be on for the downs. And as I've said many times before, and I'm pretty good at this stuff. If you're not so sure on your feet and you're not so confident, I can understand why you'd be less than enthused. But let's use the grassy bit. Grassy bit is grippy bit, unless it is wet. But you want to avoid all these little pebbly, stony bits as much as you possibly can, even to the point where we cross the hill. These step bits aren't too bad. It's when it's one constant slope. If you slip here, it's not too bad. So one of the things, obviously, I've been saying, get up, get out, get on with it. And I've been saying sort of do the hard thing, do the uncomfortable thing, etc. While, of course, that is absolutely the case, something that people often forget, self included. A lot of my friends, concrete, you're guilty of this. We all have been, as I say. It's anyone who's quite driven, quite passionate, quite on it, struggles to do the rest part. And I don't mean the rest as in everything else. I mean the actual resting, the action, resting. It's a verb, okay? It's part of the equation that is so unbelievably important, and a lot of us forget about it. We don't rest enough. We don't take the time to rest our stomachs, for example, like fasting does that, you know. We're not meant to eat 3 square meals a day. I've been forced to just smash whatever calories I could in my face, whatever kind of calories, and I mean just sugar, fat. When I was like 5 years old, I'd have something called milky coffees. So full fat milk, spoonful of coffee for the caffeine, and then 6 sugars. Now, well, I couldn't maintain that, I went down to 5. Now I do 1. But, you know, when I was younger, I wasn't going to live to be that much older. It really didn't matter. Longevity wasn't really a thing. So it was, let's just keep you alive today, keep you alive to your next hospital appointment. Just whatever you need to do to get through, do it. Now I try to, obviously, still realise that is my past, still realise that my guts don't digest things like they should. My pancreas doesn't work. Yes, I do have diabetes. Yes, all these things are the case. But, you know, I don't have to just do that. I have managed to adapt as I've aged, and so I can not eat a breakfast and walk up a mountain and survive. You know, I have to be sensible about these things, and I have to make sure that I eat before and I eat after, and I hydrate before and But if I fill up my stomach, if my stomach doesn't get a chance to rest when I'm doing stuff like this, then I'm in all sorts of trouble. So, you know, resting your feet, resting your legs, resting your brain, all these things need rest, sometimes at different times. You know, it's like, okay, well, you may need to keep walking, but maybe you don't do hills, or you may need to do this, but you don't do it like that, or you still do the thing, but you bring it down in intensity, whatever it is. Resting is super, super important, and that is what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Haha, not pun intended. Once I get back to the car, just the drive home and the chill. Chilly, really well. But yeah, guys and girls out there who are the kind of people who are on it, don't be so on it that you forget to rest. Also, don't be so on it that you have no idea where you are, which is where I am. figured out where I am, because I'm a genius, we know that. It's pretty much the end of the walk now. Basically done. Just got to go down this bit, down that bit, back that way, at the car, change shoes, have a burp. So I just started giving it the whole, oh yeah, I figured out where I am, because I'm a genius, all that shebang. I'm heading in the wrong direction, I'm over that way in my car. I was on the right path, just heading in the wrong direction with it. I'm going, wait a minute, this looks like it's going up and around. I want to go down. So now we're heading in the right direction. I've figured it out because I'm a genius and all that. But I hope this video has inspired you to get out and about, do a little bit more walking, put one foot in front of the other a little bit more. I mean, you don't have to do the kind of routes that I do. Most people don't enjoy that. Most people find that terrifying, and I fully get that. It's not for everyone. But I hope it's inspired you to get up and get out more. But do us a favour, yeah? Don't park in my spaces, they're mine.